Welcome to Daily Hope Behind the Music. I'm back here at the piano with you for one more week as we finish the organ restoration project that's been going on. I'm very excited for you to hear it after it's all fresh and new and ready to go. But for now, happy to play the piano again for you one more time. This week we're continuing our God Calls series that we started last week, talking specifically about some characters from the Old Testament that God called very individually. We're also going to have some Martin Luther coming up. Stay tuned for a little Reformation. And then also this week talking about how God also calls each one of us. We're called to mission. We're not just here to do what we want to and then die. We actually are called to have a purpose here on earth. So I hope you tune in. Our live stream is at 9:30 Arizona time, and you get to worship with us here at Victory if you're watching from somewhere else. So I hope you will do that, either Facebook or YouTube. We have options. So this week I wanted to talk a little bit about my college piano professor. I had many mentors through the years who helped shape me not only as a musician, but as a person. And when I think back, Dr. Ashton is one that stands out in my mind. I would go to my lessons, and inevitably we would end up having a conversation about something, and he would pull a book off the shelf and turn, and we would read poetry, we would find quotes that related to what we were doing. And I don't know if he would be pleased or not to know that most of what I remember from him is more related to life and not just about music. I also, of course, learned much about music. I remember him telling me to pedal with my ear and things like that. So definitely an influential man in my life, but just a solid Christian man who also wanted to make sure that we were getting life lessons as we studied music. Dr. Ashton, speaking of being called, he could have made it as a concert pianist had he chosen, also a fantastic composer, but he felt the call to teach and to be able to pass on to generations that come this love of music and how to make that relate to your daily walk. So very thankful to have him in my life. One of the texts for this weekend is from the Psalms. Now we know David was a musician, and this is a Psalm of David. I love all the Psalms. Maybe they're extra special to me because I am a musician. But the one for this week comes from Psalm 51, and I'm sure you recognize part of it. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me from your presence, or take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me. Now this create in me a pure heart, O God. Some of us like to think that we get to do it on our own. We got to fix ourselves, make sure we're all ready, and then when we're perfect, we get to say, ta-da, God, here I am, you can use me. And that doesn't really work so well. If you've ever tried to do it all on your own, I think you may have discovered that we aren't really capable of that. But when we say, create in me a clean heart, and we open ourselves up for him to do the work, I think it usually goes much better that way. And then we're able to rejoice. The hymn arrangement that I'm going to play by Dr. J. Bruce Ashton is Rejoice, You're Pure in Heart. And I think that's our response to opening up our hearts to him, and then he comes in and we get to be happy about that relationship. So this is a really fun arrangement. It starts out pretty big, and then we have the beautiful melody coming in. There's even a little fugue section, which you'll hear. It starts in the left hand. Let me play an example of that for you. So just a little answering back and forth there. We have some nice big chords. So a lot of contrast. He is still, I got to see him this summer, still a fantastic pianist. So I'm going to play this arrangement for you. Rejoice, ye pure in heart. I hope you rejoice with me. I hope you tune in live. I really hope that you watch our live stream service. And I look forward to joining you again next week for more Behind the Music.